questions I gotta ask you. Is Florida a dangerous state for Blacks and Latinos right now? Think about that. We also asking the question, should teachers be required to screen all kids for dyslexia? Think about that also. And I'm also asking you, should chocolate milk be banned from schools? Oh, these are the real issues. We're going to talk about it, all that and a whole bunch more coming up, starting with Pop Tops. You kicking it with KC, baby. Let's get into it, man. Popular topics, pop tops that may or may not be talked about in the news. Yours truly, KCMC. Let's get into it, man. This first story coming from CNN.com. Talking about Blacks and Latinos. The Blacks and Latino advocacy groups have issued travel advisory warnings to people of color about visiting Florida due to the policies and actions of the state's Republican Governor Ron DeSantis. The NAACP and LULAC, LULAC, criticized DeSantis for erasing Black history, restricting diversity programs in schools, passing gun laws that allow concealed carry without a permit, and implementing education policies that ban teaching about gender identity and sexual orientation. DeSantis has also banned critical race theory and blocked an advanced placement course, AP course on African American studies. The NAACP distributed banned books and encouraged establishment of community libraries to ensure access to representative literature. They urge members to consider holding conventions outside of Florida due to the harmful policies. This is what they're saying right now. Now, Florida, it's a lot going on in that state right now. You can see this. Basically, the governor, Ron DeSantis, is amping up the set, passing all types of laws, restricting African American studies, ending diversity programs. You would think it's completely one-sided. There's always two sides to the story, right? Especially if we thinking objectively. So if we talking about supporting the issue, is Florida really a dangerous state for Blacks and Latinos, or is the NAACP doing too much? Let's talk about supporting the issue. On the side of Republican Governor Ron DeSantis, they're saying they're preserving history. They're saying basically, well, on the side of the NAACP, they say it preserves history. Pretty much, you know, it deprives students' understanding of nation's history. So basically, if you're banning all these African American studies and everything like that, you're not teaching the right history. So you're depriving students of that actual honest truth. Also, equity and inclusion, the programs, diversity programs that Governor Ron DeSantis is looking to cut out, those will also be getting rid of these groups that allow people to feel like everybody's included. This is a safe space type stuff. Representation and empowerment for the people to read stories, people of color to read stories and see heroes, inventors, architects, geniuses, scientists of Black and Latino descent. This may be wiped out from their education at this point. So they don't get that representation of higher authority positions that they can reach within their community. That's supporting the fact that we really don't, Black and Latinos, you should be where in the state of Florida? You should probably leave. That's supporting that side. On the opposing side, or supporting Republican Governor Ron DeSantis, what they're saying is, by him getting rid of African American studies, critical race theory, diversity programs, he's actually saving the political bias. There's concerns of political bias. They feel like these African American studies and all the Latino advocacy groups and stuff like that, they're just promoting some type of political agenda. What are they trying to do? Get Democrats in there, get more Black people in there, Latinos in there taking over this country? Also, they're saying that this slavery and oppression and civil rights and all of that type of stuff is just promoting victimhood and oppression. They're saying it's a completely different side to things. Yeah, you can look at the bad side of what happened, but what about the good that came out of it? What about the good? Y'all just weren't just complete victims. Y'all just weren't oppressed the whole time. Think about it like that. And then you're also just thinking about the state and individual rights. These laws apparently reflect the views and opinions of the state government and the people that make up the government, the people that make up that state. Essentially, right? They voted for that governor. They voted for these laws. So if you're Black and Latino, the NAACP and LULAC are saying, get up out of there. Is Florida really that dangerous? Let me say this. Lovely place to visit. Beautiful weather. Most people know a lot of stories that are crazy than a mug come from stories that's in Florida. Google Florida man on your birthday. You're probably gonna see a crazy story more than likely, right? So the point is, Florida is socially known to be a crazy place. We know that the Trayvon Martin and George Zimmerman thing started years back, which started a whole new movement of Black Lives Matter in the recent decade. I think it should just be a visiting state. Don't get me wrong. Now, I ain't saying leave. I'm just saying I wouldn't plan on moving to Florida if I was black. If you already black and you live there, stay there. But I wouldn't move there. I would stand your ground, just like the law says. Stay down there. Get you a concealed weapon then, without a permit. Own your right to carry if you black and you down there. That's what I would say. As far as the books and everything like that, there's a lot of things in school that they don't teach you that you really need to know for life. So how much are we concerned about the education that kids are getting in school? That's my point about that. A lot of knowledge that they really need to be learning, especially about their specific community, should be coming from the households and their community. That part I agree with. But the fact that it's already in the curriculum, have been in the curriculum, and y'all taking it out, that's what I don't agree with. If they were talking about adding some extra stuff that painted the picture of victimhood from African or Latino communities, then I'll be like, all right, they doing too much. But from what's already in there, let it stay in there. Getting rid of AP, African American Studies, for what? That's what I don't get. So I can kind of see both sides, but at the end of the day, I think the governor of Florida tripping. Ron DeSantis, you really tripping. And I don't think black people should move there, but if you live there, you should stay there. That's just what I think. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show, 313-466-4386. Let's move on to the next topic real quick. We start off a little bit slow, dog. This next story coming from IJPJ.org. Now, it's talking about California state lawmakers are pushing for mandatory dyslexia screening for all students, exposing deficiencies in how reading is taught in public schools. Many teachers lack the necessary training to effectively teach reading, leading to low literacy rates among students. The proposed policy aims to address this by requiring screening tests and training for teachers to actually do the screening. However, previous attempts have faced opposition from the California Teachers Association, which argued that the legislation needs to provide more resources for teachers. A lot of teachers already coming out of pocket for stuff. The problem stems from the dominance of a, quote, balanced literacy approach that prioritizes exposure to books over systematic phonics instructions, which is like sounding things out, learning how to get through certain words and what they actually mean. Teacher preparation programs also fall short into teaching structured literacy or the science of reading. So they're saying these teachers are out here just saying, hey, this is a book. We're going to read Cat in the Hat. And they just want the kids to be amazed and be introduced to books and just enjoy the excitement of reading and the excitement of books, but not necessarily the context. Not necessarily what's inside. But let's continue on, right? So they're basically saying also that there's a lack of resources for other issues within schools, safety, food, other different things, and we want to focus on it. Now, reading is very important, so let's look at both sides of the coin. Now, if we are supporting the fact of getting dyslexia screening, we're talking about them actually identifying dyslexia early. Let's say you didn't even know, you're not even paying attention to your kid on whether or not they have dyslexia, but they have to be tested at school, so they get found. You find that out in kindergarten, first grade, second grade, that your child has dyslexia. That way you can treat it early, and you can get these all different types of options to help them and develop a little bit better and get used to society. Also, equitable access to education. If they are able to identify the students with dyslexia, they can give them the same kind of treatment or give them the type of treatment that they need so that they can still compete with the children who are not marked as dyslexic. Then we also talking about the specialized, personalized learning plans that they'll get if they are identified with that. You got to support that, right? But looking at the other end of it, why we shouldn't support it. One, how reliable will these tests be? How reliable these tests gonna be? you can already get a bunch of false positives from any kind of test. No test is 100%. It's always 99.9% at the most. So let's say you get a bunch of kids that's marked as dyslexic and they're not, or kids that's not marked as dyslexic but they are. So then you got this little margin of error that you got to account for also. That could lead to a problem, right? Limited resources or over-identification. Like we said, where they gonna get the money to have teachers not only train to screen, but actually screen these kids for dyslexia? They're having the teachers do it. They're not hiring a special person. They're saying we ain't gonna take more money to make an actual career out. We're gonna take the teachers that are already in the classroom with the kids and have them to screen them. But you need certain training for that, which is gonna take time away from the students, or the teachers gotta put in more time. Are we paying the teachers more? You see what I'm saying? Then you also gotta talk about the different learning styles that kids may have. It may not be that they're dyslexic. Maybe they just don't learn like everybody else. Everybody don't take standardized tests well. I know I can't, and I never did. So I learn different. I'm a visual learner. I'm a more physical, hands-on learner. A lot of people are book smart, can sit there and study. I can't do that type of stuff. Do that mean I'm dyslexic? So there's two parts to look at. I don't even know how I feel about dyslexia. I feel like it's one of those most recent made up type things to make people feel bad, make them feel special, and give them some type of pills. That's what I think this might be. Give them some type of pill. Oh yeah, you got dyslexia, we're gonna prescribe you this pill or prescribe you this. No, I don't think that's what's necessary. I think that's doing too much. Now, if dyslexia is to an extreme, let's say your kid like really can't read and really seeing jumbled words, and we have a way to prove that, get that man or girl some help. Other than that, we all got learning style that's different. We all different. So just change up the education styles. Y'all really just teaching the same way consistently for generations and decades. Just switch up the school style and the education and teaching styles. Don't mark more kids as sick or ill and give them more pills. I'm not with that. Let me know what you think. That's what I think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show. 313-466-4386. Oh yeah, we got one last topic real quick. We got to flow through this real quick. We actually talking about banning chocolate milk from all schools. It's coming from the Inquirer.com. The U.S. Department of Agriculture, USDA, has proposed removing chocolate milk from elementary and middle schools across the country as part of an effort to combat childhood obesity. The proposal would allow, quote, flavored milk, end quote, to be served only in high schools to reduce children's exposure to added sugars. Dairy farmers in Pennsylvania, which is home to thousands of dairy operations, are concerned about the proposal as it could further impact struggling milk businesses. They argue that all types of milk, flavored or not, are important for children's development and growth, and farmers also highlight the role of chocolate milk in introducing picky eaters to milk and express the importance of school meals in addressing food insecurities. Now, they say the proposal wouldn't take effect until the 2025-2026 school year. This is in Pennsylvania specifically. And they're just talking about the concerns it can have on the dairy farmers, things of that nature. Now, I didn't get a chance to look this up, and that's my bad. But I wanted to see how many people are really lactose intolerant. Look, we got ChatGPT right now. How many Americans on average are considered lactose intolerant? All right, we live, ChatGPT. We about to find this out right now. On average, it is estimated that about 65% of the global population has a reduced ability to digest lactose after infancy, which means that they are considered lactose intolerant. However, the prevalence of lactose intolerance varies among different populations and ethnicities. In the United States, it's estimated that about 30 to 50 million adults have some degree of lactose intolerance, which is about 10 to 20% of the population. Man, have you ever had some cereal and then it make your stomach hurt? You ever had some ice cream and your stomach be hurting? Is this necessarily a good thing? Not everybody's lactose intolerant. Yeah, there are some good things, vitamins and minerals. So let's talk about supporting the issue. You take chocolate milk out, overall they're expressing or giving you the options of healthier options. Water, regular milk, you know what I'm saying? I'm assuming they don't have any pop in there. Good. Let's keep it that way. If pop isn't an option or juice, cool. Just make it water and milk then. Reduce sugar consumption ultimately is what they're planning on. They don't want to have as much sugar being consumed by these kids. You got these little fat kids running around here all out of breath and not trying to do recess and stuff like that. Plus, like we said, some people are lactose intolerant. They're aware of that. They don't want to have that as an option. Some people just might be allergic to chocolate. I don't know. That's supporting chocolate milk being banned. But if you're looking at the other side, there's nutritional benefits in milk. So obviously some people want to continue to promote drinking milk. Chocolate milk helps people. Some picky eaters actually get introduced to the milk. Some people can't even tolerate the taste of milk, so they need a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of flavor, a little bit of strawberry syrup, chocolate syrup, just to make it tolerable so they can drink it and get the nutrients that they want. And also just give students a preference. Maybe I want chocolate milk one day, maybe I don't. Maybe I don't do milk at all, I just want water. I at least got the option. You see what I'm saying? I think chocolate milk, yeah, just make it an option. Make it an option. Don't just take it out. If y'all getting low sales or whatever the case may be, yeah, do that. Instead, maybe take out all the candy, all the pop, all the juice, more physical activities. Maybe have a desk where they standing up instead, or have the option to stand up or sit down. More gym, more outside activities while they in school. I don't know, something like that. Y'all got these little fat kids doing gaming class and stuff like that, coding classes, sitting on chairs all day. Man, if y'all don't get these fat kids out here and move around or something like that, bro, the schools are responsible. I don't think chocolate milk should be left. I don't think it should be banned. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments, call into the show. 313-466-4386. Let's switch it up. Talking about music now in the audio. You feel me? All right, so talking about music. Oh, we listen to Belly. Mumble Rap 2. Listen to this on YouTube Music. No endorsement. Shout out to YouTube, though. This was 11 tracks, 29 minutes. I like my project to be between 30 minutes, 45 minutes. 30 minutes, not too short. I don't take it serious. 45 minutes, then I don't get bored. This was right on that border, so I'm accepting this. Okay, cool. I take it serious. 11 tracks. Out of 11 tracks, bro, I don't know about any singles that we playing right now, especially on Power 96.5 WQHH in Lansing, but there are about 5 different songs that stood out. That's at least half the project. The first song, Capone's Demise, that was pretty decent. I like that. Heroic Villains was like number 4 or something like that. That was decent. Heroic Villains. Number 5 right after that, Just Like Me. That had a different kind of tone to it. It seemed a little bit more fun. That was decent. American Nightmare was decent too, but then he had another heavy hitter, De La Hoya with Gucci. Fire. All right. It probably like another song, at least one or maybe even 2 other songs that I didn't even include that I was like, all right, this is decent, but it just didn't stand out to me. Out of 11 songs, that's what I like. Artists, not even just rappers, artists. Put out a short body of work within 30, 45 minutes, but make it your best body of work. Even if it's short little 2-minute songs, put a few of them on there. When you got 30 songs and they all only 2 minutes or something like that, or a minute and a half, that do look a little weird. Don't nobody want to listen to 30 songs regardless. Just put good quality length into good quality songs and put your quality tracks on one project. That's what I like, bro. We actually working on some fire, man. I'm gonna be putting my music on YouTube and other platforms real soon. As a matter of fact, probably tonight. So we're gonna be putting some stuff out there, man. Me and my boy Tech, man, we working on some stuff, man. So check out KCMC on all streaming platforms real soon. And my boy Techmatic. But Belly, Mumble Rap 2, and I don't think I listened to Mumble Rap the first one, but this one was solid. I like this. Let me know what you think about Belly as an artist, about Mumble Rap 2 as a project, or the first one, or let me know any other projects you think we should do an audio audit on. Go off in the live chat in the comments, or call into the show. 313-466-4386. Let's switch it up, baby. Now we gotta talk about movies, TV shows that we recently seen in Corn Stream, know what I mean? Scenes I saw. They redid a classic, White Man Can't Jump, 2023, starring Jack Harlow and some black dude. Watch this on Hulu, no endorsement. This is an hour 41 minutes total runtime. I'm not gonna lie to you, didn't watch the whole thing. It's as somebody who's a fan, who considers White Man Can't Jump the original one as a classic, this was hard to digest. This is for the young kids. This is for the young kids. But I also feel like y'all could have used a more prominent black actor instead of this random black dude nobody heard of. Y'all could have used Jack Harlow and Quavo, or Jack Harlow and somebody else. At least the names would have been better. This random dude, he looking like, dog, who is this, bro? Like, the actor was already subpar. The random little twist in between the plot was kind of weird. I feel like they rushed a lot of stuff. It was just, I was like, nah. The acting and the funny parts weren't funny. Like, the parts that they tried to make funny, it wasn't funny, bro. It just seemed forced. And I'm like, y'all remaking these movies for what? They didn't remake House Party. I ain't see that yet, but I'm like, oh my, I heard it just wasn't nothing at all. I'm just like, why? Why are y'all doing this, man? So, White Man Can't Jump on Hulu, no endorsement. I definitely do not. Don't watch this. Don't watch this. If you like 20 or younger, maybe watch this. 25 younger, maybe you'll watch this and like this. But watch the original. And I hate that I'm old enough to actually say that now, but watch the original, bro. It ain't in black and white, so it should be decent to watch. But let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show. 313-466-4386. Let's switch. Let's talk about sports, baby. From the stands of a sports fan, my man, Pots and Pans, let's talk about it. NBA playoffs in full effect. Before we jump into that, I do want to talk about Carmelo Anthony officially retiring from the NBA after 19 seasons. We appreciate everything you did, Melo, and I'm just saying that just out of respect as a fan from the stands. You know, from our perspective, you put on a good show, you put booties in seats, pause. You know, you did your thing, you made your mark, but you leave with no ring, man. What's your regrets? You leave with no ring. I want to know if you felt like more of a selfish player when you left. Like I feel like a lot of players reflect on their entire career and where they feel like they made their mistakes. I would like to know, what do you think Carmelo Anthony's mistakes were in his career that he didn't get a ring? I feel like he was too self-centered. I feel like a lot of ball players, if you succeed in your craft, you probably are gonna be you're gonna have an ego. Rightfully so, I get it. But depending on how that ego is, like, you know, it'll determine what happens, man. But at the end of the day, Pistons could have had Melo. That's a story that we gonna always just say what if with. But at the end of the day, Melo bowed out gracefully. No ring. Another player that tried. You know, shout out to Melo. He wasn't my favorite player. I always just thought he was selfish. I always thought he shot too much. And not to say that I don't think he wasn't a good player. I think he was a great player. I would have loved to have him on my team. I think his name would have just looked nice on the team, but that's about it. Obviously, looking at his career, you be like, he didn't give us no ring, so it is what it is. But let me know what you think about Carmelo Anthony, I should say. Go off in the live chat in the comments. But switching it up, man, talking about the playoffs right now, Miami Heat versus Boston Celtics. Miami just won last night. Was that last night? Either way it go, Miami is officially up 3-0. And Boston is and Denver is officially up 3-0. Yeah, Miami got it done last night. Went up 3-0. 3-0. And Denver is up 3-0. Both in their series, East and West respectfully. This is very interesting because obviously, if you don't know, any team that goes up 3-0 in a 7-game series in the NBA in the playoffs has won the series completely. Never lost. So either we're about to see history or we're probably going to still see history because Denver has never been to the finals. And that boy Jokic ain't playing. Jamal Murray ain't playing. Michael Porter Jr., they ain't playing. They ain't playing, bro. They ain't playing. You got to tip your hat off to them. They one of them boys during the season. You was watching them. They number one in the West. They was killing all season. But you be like, yo, Joker is just not entertaining. He's so slow. But he like Tim Duncan in a way. I hate to compare him, but he like it to. But he averaging a triple-double in these playoffs. The man is going crazy. He averaging like 30. He averaging like 30, 12, and 10 or something like that. That boy is going crazy, dog. But anyway, hey, man, I think it's going to be, statistically speaking, it's going to be Denver and Miami in the finals. Jimmy Butler for Miami going off. Bam Adebayo going off for Miami. Embarrassing Boston right now. I thought Jason Tatum was going to get him the works, especially with Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown really not even showing up. Inconsistent. And I hate to say that, but, you know, at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. It's going to be Miami and Denver, unless LeBron pull off some miracle winning 4 in a row. Oh, boy, if you do this, I will give you the crown. I will give you the crown. For real. But I don't see it happening, man. Denver and Miami in the finals, winning it all. I want Miami because I want Jimmy Buckets to get it. But I think Denver going to roll them over, dog. I just had to put that out there. Let me know what you think. That's what I think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show, 313-466-4386. We about to switch it up one last time on you, baby. Give me 1 second up in this mug. Hey, man, thinking out loud real quick. So me and my girl was having a discussion recently, and we were talking about my time and what I commit to and things like that. And she basically came out and said she feels like I'm selfish because I do a few things where I'm building my dreams, building my long-term goals, working towards my long-term goals. Now, some things are getting me money, some things aren't right now. But nonetheless, everything that I'm doing eventually I will get a good return on my investment, and it's going to help the family. I'm giving it back to the family. Now, as a man, do you struggle with this with your girl? Feeling like you don't give her enough time when you really putting in that work for the family? Why is this? Why do we have to have this same conversation? What makes you think I'm being selfish and not really doing stuff that's going to be beneficial for the entire family? That's just what I want to know. And that's just me thinking out loud, man. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show. 313-466-4386. Before we get up out of here, I need you to do me a favor. Kick it with KCMC on all social media at KIWKCMC. That's Kick It with KCMC. Just the abbreviations on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, all that. And support my sponsor, man, Team Elite. They on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, also at Team Elite 313. That's TEAMELITE 313 on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And check out that premium urban-based athleisure wear. That's athletic leisure wear, casual wear, t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, tech fleece jogger sets, varsity sets, and more. It's all on their website, teamelite313.com. Ask yo mom. Appreciate you for kicking with KCMC, baby. You know what I'm saying? Another episode in the works, man. The can do. Check this out, man. I got some moves to make. We're going to be working on some music and putting some stuff out real soon, man. So if you got this far in the video, please do me a favor. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the alert so you know when I'm going live. You got a couple dollars, donate to the show so we can grow. Check out the merch. Kick it with KCMC. We out there like that, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend, dog. We up out of here.